I want to show you one example that we played a video of this. It was Robbie Roadsteamer. He goes and he antagonizes MAGA a lot. And he's been antagonizing Hulk Hogan at his public events. Now, they're public events that Hulk Hogan is going to. These aren't private events. These are public events at gas stations. And if you recall, Hulk Hogan is pimping his new beer. It's called Real American Beer, as opposed to fake Americans who aren't MAGA, I guess. Not only that, Hulk Hogan is the one who went on stage at the RNC. And he ripped off his Hulk shirt to reveal that he was a Trump supporter, right? So Hulk Hogan waded in the political water. So now any event that he goes to is free and fair game of politics to protest Hulk Hogan's political views, of which he's exposed. But you can't get violent, right? There's no place for that. But loud noises aren't violence. Loud noises are just loud noises. And opinions are just opinions. But one thing that Robbie Roadsteamer does that I think is beautiful, right? One thing I think that is beautiful about Robbie,
what are they going to do when we drop the big boot?
Is that he says no political violence, no political violence. Even when Hulk Hogan would say something like, who wants to drop kick Kamala? You know, talking about committing physical violent acts against Kamala Harris, not only the candidate for president of the United States, but the vice president of the United States. And they think it's all fun and games. And the reason why is because we really, truly are at the intersection of WrestleMania and real life. I've been saying it for years, but we're there, folks. We are right there. And they think it's all one big show, one big joke. And it's not a joke. It's not a joke, Trump. It's not a joke, JD. It's not a fucking joke. Because when you decide to stoke fear, especially about a group of, quote, others, in the hearts of Americans around the country, with lies about a community, and telling other Americans, boy, they're going to come to your community and they're going to do the same thing. What do you think's going to happen when you stoke fear and violence based on lies? Huh? What do you think's going to happen? Listen, leftists and liberals aren't calling Donald Trump a fascist based on nothing. There were very few people. I mean, J.D. Vance was one of them, by the way. He called Trump America's Hitler back in 2016.
Are you a racist?
But very few people in political discourse were calling Trump Hitler or comparing him to Hitler or the Third Reich in 2016. Now, by the time we got to 2020, we knew a little better, didn't we? And not because we made shit up, because we observed what MAGA and Trump are doing and saying. And this idea, Byron Donalds, I'm going to show you this clip later. Byron Donalds said, well, the reason and the evidence that you need to know that Trump is not going to be a dictator and a danger to democracy is he was president before. Yeah, Byron, he was president before. And when he was president, he tried to overturn our Constitution. See? It was because he refused to stop being president when he lost, is what bothers us. That's the evidence that we're using. Not that he was elected and he stayed in office for 4 years, even after being impeached twice, because the Senate protected him. But because we watched him shit on our nation's capital, shit on our process, shit on our vote, shit on our Constitution, and encouraged violence stochastically, by the way, in the lead up and during and on January 6th. So political violence is not something that we want in our society. It really isn't. Because you never know where political violence is going to lead, and you never know who's going to get hurt with that political violence. You just don't know. It is so random. Wonder why someone would want to stochastically stoke it. But I want to show you an example here, because this is Robbie Roadsteamer, and this is a mashup and a new song that is fan-made. It's a fan of Robbie Roadsteamer who has made sure. You know who the fan is? I know who the fan is. Well, let's watch Robbie in this new song here.
What are they gonna do when we drop the big boot on trans? And we drop the big boot on everything. We're gonna drop the big boot on Social Security. Does that work for you, brother? Trump is a real felon. Then he went to Epstein Island. Political violence, though. Trump, no physical. We're gonna destroy the woke. No political violence.
Dressing up like a bear on a Thursday.
No political violence. MAGA power. Political violence, though.
You're furry, bro.
Trump is a real felon. Thinks the immigrants are eating cats. Political violence, though. No political violence.
Now so you know we're here. Yeah, so they know.
Oh yeah. No political violence. No political violence, though. No political violence, ladies. We can chase around young girls. We can put ketchup on our hair. We can fake the assassination again. You guys want to storm the Capitol again? We can storm Applebee's. Because I have a right to be up here. It's called freedom of speech.
I'm Hulk Hogan. I got my 26-inch python with me, man.
Yeah. You got your 26-inch lawsuit coming. Trump is a real felon. Fight for all right. Fight for all right.
And there it is. No political violence. No political violence.
Does that work for you, brother?
Works for me. Does it work for you?